So first you're gonna write out all the numbers.
Okay.
Now, what's the pattern here?
This one's getting bigger and then smaller and then bigger and smaller.
Right. So to find what the pattern is, what numbers are in the pattern, we're gonna look for the difference. How do we get the difference?
Okay, so this one, 11.9 minus 10.3, it's 1.6.
Next, we're going to find the difference between 2 and 3.
Okay. 0.5 minus 11.9. This one's minus 0.4.
3 and 4.
Okay. 13.1 minus 11.5. 1.6.
And 4 and 5.
So 12.7 minus 13.1.
So as you can see, the pattern is it'll go up by 1.6, down by 0.4, up by 1.6, down by 1.4. So the next number in the sequence is going to be
Up by 1.6.
exactly.
So 12.7 plus 1.6. And it's 14.3.
And there's your answer.
Okay.
What do you think would be a good way to show the information we have already?
Well, it says weeks, so I could draw a calendar. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 4, 5. So this one is $10.3 million, and then 11.9 million, and then 11.5 million, and then 13.1 million, and then 12.7 million.
Okay, so can you think another way of showing that?
Well, I could get rid of the days and the calendar, so I could just do week 1, so 10.3, and then 2, 11.9, 3, 11.5, 4, 13.1, 5, 12.7.
So what information are we trying to find?
Then the next one, so week 6.
Excellent.
And this.
Right. So what is the relationship between the prizes of the first and second week?
This one's more, it's getting bigger.
What happens in general?
So this one gets bigger, and then it gets a little bit smaller, and then it gets a little bit bigger, and then it gets smaller.
And how can we find the difference?
I can do a subtraction. So 11.9 minus 10.3. 11.9 minus 10.3. And 1.6. So it's 1.6 more.
So, do we think it's always going to go up by 1.6?
Well, this one's a little bit less, so I guess it can't go up by 1.6. So
Okay.
it probably goes down again.
So, how can we find the difference?
I can do the same thing. So this one minus this one. 11.5 minus 11.9. And this one's minus 0.4.
And do we think it's always going to go down by 0.4?
Well, this one's more than these ones, so I guess it will go up again.
Right.
Okay, so 13.1 minus 11.5, and it's 1.6, so it's 1.6 more again. And then 12.7 minus 13.1 is minus 1.4.
So, is this an example of a pattern?
Yes.
How can you tell it's a pattern?
Because this one and this one is the same, and this one and this one is the same, so these go together, and then these, it goes again.
How can we find the next, so knowing that, how can we find the next value in the sequence?
You can follow the pattern. So 1.6, 0.4, 1.6, 0.4, 1.6.
Excellent.
So 12.7 plus 1.6, 14.3.
That's correct. By asking the students to present the information in multiple ways, we're strengthening their flexibility and strategic competence. We asked open-ended questions to promote procedural fluency without simply telling them what procedure to use. The student was prompted to justify their answers in order for them to think logically about the relationships and to assess whether they could justify their own work. For example, we did not just ask the student if the question was a pattern, but we asked them to prove that it was a pattern. That way, we knew that they understand what a pattern is.